Definitely did not expect the Bulls to come into Philly and win this game against one of the hottest teams in the league, a team on a 6-game winning streak and really handling teams in that current stretch that the Sixers were winning games. And while yes, the Bulls have been playing much better basketball as of late, I still would not have considered this to be a game the Bulls would win. But crazier things have happened, and the Bulls continue to surprise us since going on that run without Zach LaVine. They're now 6-3 since LaVine went down. Very well could have been 7-2 had it not been for the crushing buzzer beater by Jimmy Butler against the Heat the other night. We've talked about how this current stretch on the schedule was going to be very difficult for the Bulls to tally a few wins during this stretch of games, but the Bulls have been competitive, they've been focused, they've been playing with a ton of confidence, energy, everything we've been wanting to see from this team to start the season. And what I liked about tonight's win is that the Bulls executed much better down the stretch. Not going to say it's perfect because they almost let the Sixers back into it and steal the game. Didn't really like those final possessions by DeMar DeRozan playing iso ball and not getting up good shots, trying to draw fouls, and then letting Maxey hit a 3 with 30 seconds or so left to go. Had me thinking that we were going to see a repeat of last night and get our hearts broken at the buzzer. But luckily, the Bulls played some great defense on that last play, with Embiid going up, trying to draw contact. Kobe stood his ground, didn't make contact. Vucevic, same thing. DeMar got the rebound, and the rest was history, and the Bulls survive, winning their third straight game in Philadelphia, which feels insane because for the longest time, Embiid has always just gotten the best of the Bulls, which to be fair, he still dominated in this game, but it wasn't enough to get his team over the hump. Now, I was actually surprised how long Nick Nurse left Embiid out in the fourth quarter. I mean, the Sixers, they were playing well. The bench unit was getting them back into it, and I get that you kind of have to go with the guys who were bringing momentum back and going on a run, but leaving Embiid out for that long. I think he came back in around the 5:30 mark in the fourth quarter, and that kind of set them back a bit. And then he quickly picked up that fifth foul, which made him less effective on defense in those final minutes, but whatever, I don't care. The Bulls took advantage, going more in the paint. Vucevic started playing much better in the fourth quarter, hit some big threes that I was screaming no at my TV on the release of those shots, but they somehow went in. Vucevic, despite letting Embiid get whatever he wanted on most possessions tonight, actually played decently well on him on defense in the final minutes and finished the game with 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, as well as 2 blocks. On top of that, you had big games from both Kobe and Patrick Williams. I love that we're still seeing them string together good games consistently. Pat still being much more aggressive on offense, not afraid to drive the ball to the hoop, stroking it much more confidently from 3. He was 3 for 4 from 3 in this one, 13 points and 6 rebounds for Williams. Kobe, I just realized his streak of 3 or more made threes ended tonight, but I'll take a Bulls win over that streak any day. And what was more impressive to me was the fact that Kobe was doing more on offense than just his scoring. He got real hot in the first quarter and it looked like he was going to go for 40 in this game, but he wasn't really facilitating as much as we would like to see. Wasn't setting up plays on offense, but he corrected that to finish out the game nearly having a triple-double yet again, 8 rebounds, 9 assists to go along with his 24 points. I do need to see Kobe getting the free throw line a little bit more. That's really the thing that's going to take his game to the next level when he starts scoring on that level to get to the hoop and draw contact to generate even more offense. But the way Kobe has elevated his game so much this season, I'm not going to ask for the world when we're seeing a breakout year right before our eyes, something we've been wanting to see over the last couple of seasons from Kobe White. DeMar had a pretty quiet night. He was 5 for 15 in this one, which again is why it surprises me the Bulls continue to go with him down the stretch. I get it. Trust your veterans. You go with the guys who have a proven track record of being clutch and closing out games. But we've seen what works for this Bulls team. We've seen that moving the ball around, keeping the defenses guessing, and generating better looks is the way to go. Yes, the game is going to slow down, especially when it's that close at the end of the game. But when DeMar hasn't been feeling it at all in that game, might be a good time to go to someone else. DeMar did have 4 steals in this one though. He's actually having one of his best seasons when it comes to stealing the ball. That's been good to see. So you can't get too upset because DeMar is still impacting the game in other ways, even when his offense makes you pull your hair out sometimes. And man, was it good to have Alex Caruso back, not just for 5 minutes either. Didn't have the hot hand from 3, but was making big plays, turning defense into offense. He was plus 18 tonight, just speaks to the volume of his impact, especially when you look at the starters and their box plus minus, especially in guarding Tyrese Maxey, who struggled with his shot tonight, shooting 9 for 23 For Caruso, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, a steal and 2 blocks. And then the other impact player from this one, which I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a strong game from him, is Jevon Carter. I feel like Carter's shot has been very off as of late, putting up a lot of goose eggs, not hitting the threes that you would otherwise expect from him, but tonight helping the Bulls off the bench, spacing the floor, big threes when the Bulls really needed it. Shot at 4 for 8 from deep, 12 points. For the Bulls, you need guys like that who are just going to come in and shoot lights out off of the bench, and especially with Torrey Craig being out of the lineup, you're missing his three-point shooting. That made a huge difference tonight for the Bulls. Also, how about the fact that the Bulls held the Sixers to 44 points in the first half, their lowest first half total of the season for one of the best offensive teams in the NBA. Embiid only got to the free throw line 9 times for a guy who leads the league in free throws, held the Sixers to 43% shooting overall. Bulls themselves shot 47% overall, 41% from 3. They keep winning the three-point battle in recent games, taking away the math problem that we've talked about all at the beginning of the season and all of last season. And then did the Bulls also really out-rebound the Sixers tonight? Yeah, it was only by 1 rebound, 11 offensive rebounds, getting those second chance points, that was key. And guys, don't look now, but the Bulls are only 4.5 games back behind the 5th seed, at least at the time of this recording anyway. Are the Bulls back? Okay, I won't get ahead of myself here. They still are a team that is 11-17, but I think we can all agree the Bulls are playing much better basketball. The Bulls are off tomorrow before heading back home to take on the LA Lakers. I'm sure Rich Paul will be in attendance for that game. Anyway, let me know how you guys felt about this one. Let me know in the comments. As always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.